Here's part 2 of our video we started earlier today, and we're going to talk about how to respond to some pro-abortion arguments about miscarriage.
Now let's think for a minute how to respond to some of these pro-abortion arguments she gave. So one thing she said, I just want to break this down a little bit, she had some confusion I think about her terminology about abortion, is she said that the most common kind of abortion is medical abortion. Now she was defining medical abortion as an abortion for health reasons or an abortion after, or I guess like a miscarriage care after having a miscarriage. However, the term medical abortion actually refers in the medical field to mifepristone and not to miscarriage care after a miscarriage. So mifepristone is the abortion pill, and that is actually the most common type of abortion. So she was sort of onto something, but I think getting two issues confused. And then as far as miscarriage care, you can hear that she's very concerned, very stressed about the idea of women not being able to receive the care they need. And so in this kind of situation, if you're having a discussion like that and a woman brings that up and she's like, I'm worried they're not going to get the care they need, it's important to reassure them that pro-life laws make sure women can receive emergency medical care. And so that will always be available to women. We're not going to let women, like she was talking about in the video, we're not going to let them bleed out. Doctors aren't going to let women bleed out because they're pregnant or because they've miscarried or for any of those reasons. Women can still receive emergency medical care and they're not going to be left to die. And we do hear in the medical field of today that people are using the term spontaneous abortion for miscarriage. So this is part of why people are confusing miscarriage and abortion and like saying they're the same. Also because Planned Parenthood has been promoting that recently because it helps them to feel less bad about being pro-abortion. But the truth is, abortion and miscarriage are extremely different. So when we consider the difference between care for miscarriage, that might be a similar procedure to what an abortion is, and the actual act of elective abortion, of killing a living human being, the heart's still beating, right, is this little helpful phrase that I heard from secular pro-life, and I've really kept it with me. They said something to the effect of, what is there a difference between lighting a living person on fire and cremation? Yes, right? Cremation is not the ethical complexity that lighting a living person on fire would be. But they're the same process. Does that make sense? So, there might be two things that are similar, but the fact of the person being alive or dead is very significant in what we do to them. So all in all, I would just say when you're having conversations about abortion, be extremely kind, extremely respectful, and very loving, even if the other person is not abiding by those rules. Yes, be courageous and be brave, but do it in a way that's winsome. So don't be ashamed of your pro-life beliefs and talk through the human rights argument. Do you believe in human rights? Who are human rights for? If the unborn have two human parents, are they human beings? And then if the unborn are human beings, did they deserve to have human rights? Go through the whole thing, and you will see minds change on abortion. But make sure you go about it in a way that is really compelling and really going to change their mind. You can have effective conversations about abortion that really do change people's minds, even if they are as angry as this woman. Maybe she wouldn't say like, wow, you really changed my mind and my perspective, but by being calm and respectful and clear in how we communicate the pro-life position, it really does change our culture.